Let's go. It's your man Mike Bowens coming to you once again, live and direct. I got a powerful message for you. This is a daycare video. This message is entitled Interview the Parents. You ever heard that before? Interview the parents. See, oftentimes it's reverse. We've heard that parents go around and they look at different daycares for their children. Oh, let me see the facility, let me see the teachers, let me see, how things operate. What's your curriculum? And things of that nature, which as every parent should do. However, on the flip side, as you being a daycare owner or daycare provider, you need to interview the parents. Because some children have not been disciplined when they can be in a daycare facility, and you won't know that until you take them in. Because a lot of parents don't always tell the truth about their own children. They say, oh, my child's an angel, they're wonderful. And then you put them in there and they raise hell. And then you're like, oh my goodness, this is crazy. Okay, some of the things that you need to ask the parents about is, for one, has your child been tested for lead? And if so, can I please get a copy from the doctor, right? A report from the doctor, because lead inside of a child's system, right, their bloodstream, alters their behavior. So they'll look like they have autism, they'll look artistic, they'll act artistic, when in turn, they often are not artistic, but because they have lead in their bloodstream, it causes them to act out in different ways. Sometimes it delays their speech, or they have erratic behavior. But you won't know that unless you ask that parent for the paperwork of their lead in their blood. And so this is something that you got to really take into consideration. Another thing you need to ask parents for is probably a reference from someone saying how you are as a parent, how they are as a parent, in taking care of their kids, because it's a mutual relationship. It's not just them interviewing you, but you need to interview the parents, because guess what? At the end of the day, you're going to be responsible for that child for a certain amount of time. And if you don't have the questions answered to help that child in a better way, then guess what? It comes back to you in the long run. The stress level will be astronomical. And you want to make sure you do everything you possibly can so that you are not put yourself in a position that you are taking on more than you can handle. You want to make sure that, hey, okay, I know what I'm in for. I know what I'm dealing with this child. And I have a game plan of how to work with them. And so I think honesty is the best policy, especially with parents enrolling their children into daycare. And so you, as the provider, you need to be honest as well and say, listen, this is what we can handle and this is what we cannot handle. A lot of times I've spoken to providers and I realized that sometimes people put money over what they know they can handle. Like, you are looking at your bottom line. Okay, I need to make this amount of money because I want to do this and I want to do that. However, if you're taking on a child that has behavior problems, or you're taking on a child that has a high level of lead in their blood and they're going to act out in different ways, or you're opening early because the parent needs to go to work and it's tiring you out, or you're staying open later than the hours that you originally set, it's going to wear on you after a while, and then you're going to feel like, oh my goodness, this is overwhelming. This is tiring, right? You need to interview the parents, not only about their child, but interview the parent. Okay, how long have you been working? Or if you're not working, okay, why are you not working? People may be offended by that, but you need to know, because what you don't know will hurt you in the long run. Because trust me, we've had parents who, oh, I love this is a wonderful daycare. I love this daycare. And I work 2 jobs, I go to school, and they seem like the best parent there is. And we close at 6 p.m. Why is your child still here at 9 p.m.? Where are you? Calling your phone, calling your family, calling your friends. You come here at 9:15 when we are almost when we call on the police for them to pick up your child, because that's in the policy. We didn't do it, but that's the next step. She comes, one of the parents come and say, you know what? I fell asleep. I was sleeping. How are you sleeping and your child is not home? How are you sleeping? And see, there's a lot of parents that's like that. I'm sorry to say, but they reckless, man. They reckless. They don't care where their kids are. Who's watching them? Like we're feeding these kids dinner. You know, you're bringing in extra diapers for kids because parents are not giving their children diapers. You almost raising some of these kids, and if you don't interview the parents, you do not know what you're in for. And a lot of times the parents is not going to be 100% honest and transparent. That's why you got to learn how to read people to know who you're dealing with. And like I said, ask for references, right? About their character. How long have you been at this job? Oh, can we get a reference from your manager or your supervisor about your character? Do you show up to work on time? You know, and you may lose a lot of people that way, but guess what? It's like being a landlord. You're going to weed out a lot of bad tenants, because when you ask people like questions like that, if they don't want to answer, chances are they're hiding something they don't want you to know. If they get all irate and upset, why you need to know all that? Why you need to know all my information? I don't think you need to know all that. I just want to put my kid in daycare. That's not the place for you then. Because just like you ask me questions, I have the right to ask you a question. And I'm not getting irate. I'm calm, I'm cool, I'm collected, but I must ask you these questions because it's going to affect me and my household and my physical well-being and my emotional well-being and my spiritual well-being in the long run. I hope this message inspires somebody. As a daycare provider, you must interview the parents. Until next time, this is your man Mike Bowens, and I'm saying be blessed.